The greatest honor history can bestow is the title of peacemaker. A man is not finished when he is defeated. He is finished when he quits. Only if you have been in the deepest valley can you ever know how magnificent it is to be on the highest mountain. The finest steel has to go through the hottest fire. Always give your best, never get discouraged, and never be petty. Always remember, others may hate you, but those who hate you don't win unless you hate them, and then you destroy yourself. When the president is it, that means that it is not illegal. If you take no risks, you will suffer no defeats. But if you take no risks, you win no victories. The American dream does not come to those who fall asleep. The true idealist is one who insists on taking a stand for what is right, even when it is not popular. Never let your head hang down. Never give up and sit down and grieve. Find another way. There are times when an army must be sacrificed for a nation, just as a nation must sometimes be sacrificed for the survival of mankind. I don't know anything that builds the will to win better than competitive sports. You must never let your failures define you, only your courage to rise again. Greatness comes not when things go always good for you, but when you are tested. Greatness comes when you take some knocks, some disappointments, when sadness comes, because only if you've been in the deepest valley can you ever know how magnificent it is to be on the highest mountain. If an individual wants to be a leader and isn't controversial, that means he never stood for anything. Defeat doesn't finish a man, quitting does. A man is not finished when he's defeated. He's finished when he quits. The price of peace is vigilance. I have never been a quitter. To be controversial, you must be willing to be misunderstood. The worst mistake a politician can make is to listen to his own press clippings. We cannot learn from one another until we stop shouting at one another. Always remember, others may hate you, but those who hate you don't win unless you hate them, and then you destroy yourself. The future doesn't belong to the faint-hearted, it belongs to the brave. The world is not finished yet, and human destiny is what we make it. I have no fear of the future. I have seen the future, and it works. A man is not measured by how he falls, but by how he rises after the fall. The greatest thing about life is that it always offers a second chance, it's called tomorrow. The surest way to achieve success is to keep trying even when everyone else has given up. Success is not a matter of luck but of perseverance, hard work, and belief in yourself. Never be afraid to stand alone for what is right. The truth is not measured by the number of people who believe it. Those who hate you don't win unless you hate them back. Then you destroy yourself. The journey of leadership is not for the faint of heart, it is for those who can face the storm and still walk forward. To be trusted is a greater compliment than to be loved. You must never lose faith in the destiny of your nation. Always remember, it is not the critic who counts, but the one who strives valiantly. The greatest test of courage on earth is to bear defeat without losing heart. When you've worked as hard as you can and given everything you have already succeeded, no matter the result. The best thing about the future is that it always comes one day at a time. History is written by those who dare to act. Courage is the power to let go of the familiar. There can be no lasting peace without respect, and there can be no respect without strength. The greatest leaders are those who turn adversity into opportunity. The mark of a true statesman is not what he does when things are easy, but what he does when times are hard. We must learn to rebuild trust even after it has been broken. Those who face the fire and stand firm emerge stronger and wiser. A man who has never made a mistake has never made a decision. The world will not remember our wealth or power, it will remember our courage and our compassion. Leadership is not measured in popularity, but in purpose. The difference between a leader and a politician is that one looks beyond the next election, while the other looks beyond the next generation. History is written by those who refuse to surrender. The test of leadership is not in victory but in endurance. The future belongs to those who prepare for it with faith and determination. Sometimes you have to take the unpopular path because it is the right one. The easiest decisions are rarely the right ones. What matters most is not how others see you, but how you see yourself when you look into the mirror of truth. When you believe deeply in a cause, no defeat can truly destroy you. You cannot change the past, but you can shape the meaning of it through your actions today. The strong do not seek revenge, they seek redemption. A leader must be willing to listen, even to his enemies, for truth can sometimes come from unexpected voices. The man who never dares never grows. Power without principle is a curse. Principle without power is a dream. You can tell much about a man by the way he handles failure. A great soul is not shaped by comfort but by challenge. I have always believed that the harder the fight, the greater the glory. We must build not only a stronger nation but a better man. The greatest legacy a leader can leave is not monuments of stone but examples of courage. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. A man's worth is proven in the moments when he stands alone. There are times when silence is the highest form of wisdom. Those who stand for nothing will fall for anything. Life will test you, sometimes beyond measure, but each trial refines the character of your spirit. If we cannot find common ground, let us at least find mutual respect. The world rewards those who dare to act on their convictions. I have found that the road to success is often paved with failure. A man becomes great not because he never falls, but because he rises every time he does. The measure of a man is not how he begins but how he finishes. Always remember that hope is stronger than despair. To lead others, you must first conquer yourself. True peace is not merely the absence of conflict, it is the presence of justice. When you lose, do not lose the lesson. The longer the storm, the brighter the rainbow that follows. Never let temporary defeat convince you of permanent failure. What defines a man is not what he gains, but what he gives. To change the world, we must first change ourselves. In times of crisis, men do not rise to the occasion, they fall to the level of their preparation. A wise man learns from his mistakes, but a wiser one learns from the mistakes of others. Integrity is the cornerstone of any enduring achievement. Trust, once broken, is hard to rebuild, but not impossible. Every generation must rediscover its own sense of duty. It is not enough to dream, one must act. The price of freedom is eternal vigilance. No one ever became great by doing what was easy. You cannot lead the people if you do not love them. And you cannot save them if you do not serve them. Let your failures be your teachers and your pain your guide. The purpose of struggle is not to break you, but to build you. Strength does not come from power, it comes from perseverance. A man's greatest battle is often the one within himself. You will be remembered not for what you achieved, but for what you stood for.